Hey everybody, Brian here. As somebody who's interviewed probably well over 1,000 people in my career, I often get asked, how do I stand out in an interview? And that's what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to tell you the secret to that. And with interviews, the typical question for project managers is going to be, tell me a project that you've managed, or tell me about a project that you've managed, something like that. And the typical answer to that is, well, the project was about XYZ and it was for XYZ company. And while that's not bad, and it depends on how you answer that, you need to go a lot deeper than that. So here's the secret. The secret is to wrap that answer in a story. So what you want to do is you want to tell people about the project, about the company, from initiation. Sorry about that, I'm getting a message here. You want to wrap that answer into a full story where you're taking the interviewer from the beginning, initiation of the project, through closure. And in that, you want to describe all of the different components of project management. So you want to describe the risks and issues that you dealt with. You want to deal with your communication plan that you dealt with, and how you communicated, to whom you communicated to, and how often. You also want to go through any conflicts that you had, any scope creep that you had, how you dealt with it. So any and everything. So the difference between somebody who answers just the question that's being asked and the one who tells the story, you are going to be telling them a lot of different things in this story. You're going to be telling them how you communicate, how you deal with different levels of project, whether it's your project team, your stakeholders, executives, all those different individuals. You will be telling them how you handle conflict. You're going to be telling them how you are as a leader. And the biggest part of this, which they probably won't, some of them will not get this, but what you're telling them is you know how to anticipate. A huge part of project management is knowing and learning how to anticipate what's coming next. And most of that just comes from experience. But even if you're new to project management, you have other experiences where you can draw from the same type of story in a project, because most of everything that we do, if you really think about it, is a project in our life. So if you don't have specific project management experience, you'll at least have project management items that you can speak about in your personal life if you don't have that kind of experience. So to recap, the secret to standing out in a project management interview is to make sure that you tell the full story of the project from initiation to the end of closure, and then sprinkle in there all the different components of how you dealt with conflict, how your communication plan was, who you spoke to, who you communicated with, and especially if you're looking for a higher level project management or program management position, definitely highlight the areas that you spoke to executives and dealing with conflict and dealing with things that just completely may have gone wrong that you anticipated and were able to save. Or if something did, don't be afraid to talk about things that went wrong, but also how did you fix it. So that's it for today. That is the secret to standing out in a project project management interview. But there is a lot more to that, and I'll probably in future videos go into some more detail. But for today, that's it. You guys have a great one.